The world of Stranger Things, a place filled with monsters, mystery, and the unbreakable bond between Eleven and her on-screen father figure, Hopper. But what if that connection wasn't as perfect off-camera as it seemed? Recent reports have sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Millie Bobby Brown has allegedly filed harassment and bullying complaints against her longtime co-star, David Harbour. An internal investigation, pages and pages of accusations, and whispers of tension on set. Could this be the end of one of television's most beloved partnerships? You won't believe how deep this story goes and what people close to both stars are now saying about what really happened. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Celeb Spill, your front row seat to Hollywood's most emotional untold stories. When Stranger Things first premiered in 2016, audiences instantly fell in love with the dynamic between the young, telekinetic Eleven and her gruff, protective father figure, Chief Jim Hopper. Off-screen, that same warmth seemed to exist between Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour, who often spoke about their close friendship during interviews. David would lovingly joke that Millie dragged him into red carpets he didn't want to attend. Millie often called David her on-set dad, and fans adored their chemistry both on and off camera. But now, nearly a decade later, reports claim their once close friendship might have fractured behind the scenes of the show that made them both global icons. According to the Daily Mail, Millie Bobby Brown, now 21, reportedly filed harassment and bullying claims against David Harbour before filming began for the show's final season. Sources allege that Millie's complaints were detailed, stretching across pages and pages of accusations. The report suggests that Netflix launched an internal investigation that went on for months, attempting to determine what had happened on set. The allegations were not sexual in nature. Instead, they reportedly revolved around on-set behavior, moments that, according to insiders, made Millie feel uncomfortable or disrespected. The investigation's findings were never made public. Netflix reportedly declined to comment, and neither Millie nor David have personally addressed the rumors. However, one detail stood out. The Mail claimed that Millie was accompanied by a personal representative during the filming of Stranger Things Season 5. A sign that, whether the allegations were proven or not, the studio took her concerns seriously. Filming the final season of Stranger Things was already an emotional experience for everyone involved. After years of shared memories, long nights, and intense performances, saying goodbye to Hawkins wasn't easy. In a February interview with Entertainment Tonight, Millie described those last days on set as really emotional. "It took me a while to kind of get over all of it," she said softly. "At the time, no one knew there were darker rumors swirling beneath the surface." David Harbour, in his own interviews, appeared reflective and emotional about the journey. He spoke of his admiration for Millie, calling her one of the most talented young actresses he had ever worked with. "There's one kid I really like," he once joked in an early behind-the-scenes clip, looking at her with a proud, almost fatherly smile. Fans believed that bond was unshakable. But the alleged investigation, if true, paints a picture of tension that may have gone unnoticed by the public. The Daily Mail report claims that Netflix conducted an internal review lasting several months. It allegedly involved multiple interviews, witness statements, and documents detailing Millie's experience. Legal experts told outlets that if Netflix had evidence of serious misconduct, the company would have been required to take disciplinary or corrective action. However, no legal proceedings ever followed. That absence of legal action led some to believe that the relationship between Millie and David may have been salvageable. In fact, an inside source later told Entertainment Tonight that there was no bad blood between the two stars. "They have a close friendship and have been through a lot together," the source insisted, downplaying the rumors of animosity. Adding to the turmoil, David Harbour found himself facing another storm, this time in his personal life. Around the same time the Stranger Things rumors broke, his estranged wife, Lily Allen, dropped a new song titled Millie, a haunting track that appeared to accuse David of cheating. "I'm not convinced that he didn't in our house," Lily sings, a lyric that fans immediately linked to their marriage. On Halloween, she doubled down, dressing as the children's book character, Millie, a cheeky nod to the song and the controversy. Lily and David had announced their separation in February, only months after she had reportedly supported him through the alleged Netflix investigation. It was a period filled with pressure, speculation, and heartbreak for David, both personally and professionally. Meanwhile, Millie Bobby Brown has been focused on her career and new beginnings. She's now an accomplished actress, producer, and entrepreneur, with hit projects like Enola Holmes and Damsel under her belt. She's also preparing for her upcoming wedding to Jake Bon Jovi, son of rock legend John Bon Jovi. Through all the rumors, Millie has stayed remarkably silent, a decision some interpret as professionalism, while others see it as a sign that the allegations may not have been as severe as the headlines made them seem. Regardless, she continues to speak warmly about her Stranger Things journey. "It's bittersweet," she said of the show's ending. "It changed all of our lives." Even after everything, it seems Millie's love for the cast and the experience remains unshaken. With Stranger Things Season 5 set to premiere in 2 parts starting November 26th, all eyes will be on how Eleven and Hopper's story concludes. Behind the cameras, however, fans are hoping that whatever tension existed has now healed. David Harbour is still promoting the series passionately. Millie continues to appear in Netflix campaigns with enthusiasm. If there was ever a rift, they appear to be moving forward professionally, determined not to let personal differences overshadow their legacy. Some insiders believe this is simply a case of misunderstandings magnified by fame. Others, however, say the story reveals the darker pressures that come with growing up in Hollywood's spotlight. The truth about what really happened between Millie Bobby Brown and David Harbour may never be fully known. But one thing is certain: Stranger Things is more than a TV show. It's a global phenomenon that changed its stars forever. Whether the allegations were born from real pain, on-set tension, or just miscommunication, this story reminds us that even the strongest on-screen bonds can face storms behind the scenes. As the show nears its end, fans are left with one hope: that the cast who gave life to Hawkins, Indiana, can find peace and friendship beyond the upside down. Thank you for watching Celeb Spill, where we uncover the stories Hollywood can't hide. If you love deep dives into celebrity lives, exclusive updates, and emotional behind-the-scenes truths, hit that subscribe button